Muted. There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kobold Chats. My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer. I use they, he pronouns, and it's Friday again, friends. We're here, end of our week, middle of our day. Maybe you're having lunch. Maybe you're just hanging out at home. Maybe you're working right now and, you wanted to watch something on the side. Whatever it is, I appreciate you. I hope we're going to just have like kind of a chill time today. I know I'm doing pretty good. We're finally out of Gen Con, like post-Gen Con malaise or whatever we want to call it. Getting back on it, working on stuff, and we've got some good stuff for you down in the pipe. I realized, speaking of Gen Con, that I forgot to show you all something I got at Gen Con, something that was a gift to all of us kobolds, and as something that you could have gotten if you had gone to Gen Con. I got a little dice. I got a dice. This was a Gen Con exclusive 2024. It's a die. I'm gonna wait to open it. Well, I'm not gonna wait to open it. I'm gonna actively open it right now. I've got my scissors here. I just want you all to see it. I haven't actually held this in my hands quite yet. I mean, as you can tell, like it's still in the plastic. When would I have gotten a chance? But this was just like one of the special things. I hear we do one of these. Hey, Dice Cream Sandwich. I'm just showing you all, I'm showing off a little gift that I got from my fellow kobolds. Hold on, my scissors aren't quite working the way that I want them to. Come on. I'm trying to open this in a way that doesn't damage the box. Okay, there we go. So I'm taking off the plastic right now. Ooh, I like the feel of this box. I haven't actually felt the box because it was in plastic. This is a nice sturdy plastic. Look at the art on that. There's Jiro, beautifully crafted. Oh, you can see what it is. An inclusion dice infused with a kobold figurine. Hey, guess what? That's Jiro. Look at that. Hey, Kai, thanks for the subscription. Just got the new Player's Handbook and Monster Manual for TOV. So excited to dive in. What's the product? Well, bam! Look at this. There's a little guy in there. You know who that little guy is? That's Jiro. I know that's maybe a little hard to. Oh wait, hold on. Let me get it to a good facet there. That's one trapped. That's one trapped kobold. You're not wrong. Yeah, dog. It's chunky. It's got some weight to it. And the figurine itself is like, he's kind of shocked and like in surprise. I wonder if he's like cast like what is it, like a sphere of invincibility or something around him, or maybe he's trapped in there. Who knows? Let's see. It's my first time rolling it. It's hard to roll something this big. You can't really like shake it in your hand that great. I got a 13. That's above average. Thank you, Jiro. Is that one from the Kickstarter? I don't remember if this was a Kickstarter add-on, but this, I think this was exclusively, I think this big, like the 55 millimeter, like this big one is specifically a Gen Con exclusive, and there might be smaller ones that are the add-ons, potentially. I'm unfamiliar. But yeah, no, it's super cool. I think this is the first inclusion dice I have. I guess I do. I have the Witch's Brew, but this is a liquid core. It's not an inclusion. So yeah, tell you Labyrinth secrets. Oh, buddy, I can't tell you Labyrinth secrets. Not quite yet. It's not a part of the Kickstarter. Thank you, Zach. Zach in the Twitch chat, answering questions that he knows better than I do. Exclusive to Gen Con 2024, there's a different big 20 that's TOV crystal blue. Oh yes, there's the TOV dice. That makes sense. That we also got to take a quick peek at as well at Gen Con because Fan Roll was there. Yeah, but yeah, that's I just want to show that. I wanted to actually hold it in my hands, give it a roll, and honestly, it's pretty good. I don't know when I'll use it. It might just, it has like, thankfully it has like a cool kind of stand here. So maybe I genuinely, oh, that's actually, okay, something cool that I noticed. The 20 on here is where his head's at. So it's just like the very top. Love that. But yeah, maybe I'll just, I can just put him here out in the open where he can be affected by the elements. And I can just look at him. Bam, right there. Right next to the witch's inclusion. See? Look at that. It's got a nice little space right there. Okay, cool. Awarded as an inspiration die. I'm like, yes, here's your inspiration die. Just give them this big chunky die. I could. Why not? If only I played in an in-person home game. Haven't had one of those in a while. But you know what? Enough talking about that. Let's get on over to the actual stuff for today. So today, Jiro, what are we talking about? We're talking about the Labyrinth World Book Kickstarter. Once again, gang, it is going on. We're currently, hold on, let me just pull this up. Bada bing, you can get notified on launch. And it's gonna come much sooner than you think. And we have a very, very, very special add-on that you can get if you pledge within the first 48 hours, I believe, for the Kickstarter. So being notified is actually kind of huge, because if you want this add-on, that's the only time you can get it. So you'll definitely want to be one of the first people to be on there. I need this Kickstarter to launch already. Hey, me too, Epic Weaver. Me too. I also need it. Do you we were just talking about it earlier today. Like literally like right before I got on here to get ready for chats. I learned something new about the Labyrinth. I don't remember if this is something that's in Guide to the Labyrinth, but I learned that the Labyrinth is technically underground. It's not like out in space. Which makes the like coming in and out of the different worlds way more interesting, because it's not just like, I mean, I guess it could just be like a portal that you go through, right? But there's also like the aspect of like traveling through underground stuff that I think is kind of dope. So yeah, that's the Labyrinth. Get ready, because you're gonna want to be ready. Because I also want the thing. I love, it's a nice little physical goodie for you. It sounds like the Pendragon series from the early aughts. Maybe I didn't watch the Pendragon series or read it. It sounds vaguely familiar. Labyrinth looks like Planescape done better. Definitely something I'll be curious to check out once it's available. Hey, yes, I mean, yeah, like this is our like, right, like you can travel to different planes of existence, and like that's like, it's very much in that same vein. But I think like blending the fantasy and like the kind of like multiverses don't have to be sci-fi, but I think we tend to think of them in those kind of works. So I think it makes it like so much more like, it feels cohesive with the rest of the way that we play these like epic, like high fantasy games. Like it feels cohesive and doesn't feel like an immediate shift into like, oh, I guess there are spaceships now, I guess. Which I think is kind of cool. So that's that. So go, I put the link in there. You know where to get it, or to get, notified. There we go. Couldn't think of the word. Warcraft has a multiverse, so it's not foreign to sci-fi. Yeah, it's not like, oh, that's, well, is it in Warcraft? Aren't the orcs originally from space? I feel like this is lore that someone has told me before about the orcs in Warcraft being, okay, cool. So see, it's still kind of, will this get a monster guide full of weird creatures that are stuck between worlds? And yes, so like, yes, there in the Labyrinth World book is going to come with monsters as well, many of which are like large, cataclysmic, like planar, like planar threatening monsters. and like lots of weird creatures that exist primarily within the ecology of the labyrinth, and like interacts with it in a way on that like level of like having creatures that just like happen to interact with like the different paths that you take from one world to another, and like how those creatures simply by just existing and doing their thing could like threaten the connections between worlds. And it's like stuff like that is just so cool. So yes, it's gonna have monsters, ecology, factions. It's gonna have so much stuff. So that's that. Next up, I wanted to talk about a PDF that dropped today. Actually, you may not even know because it dropped like mere hours ago, and that's the Wizards Playbook PDF. I'm gonna drop this in the link to all of the stuff. Where's YouTube? I know you're around here, YouTube. You can't hide from me. YouTube. There you go. This. What is the word that I'm looking for? Okay, yes. So this PDF just came out today. Whoa. That's the wrong button. That's for later. This is the Wizards Playbook. You could go get this over on the Kobold Press store right now. It's just a $4 PDF, you know? And as you might see, it's about wizards and magic users. So I imagine there's going to be spells and magic items. Let's find out. It's 15 pages by Philip Larwood. Classic spells made magical. There are few spells every wizard knows are worth keeping up their billowy, majestic wizard sleeves. We're talking the classics: Fireball, Invisibility, Magic Missile, and other utility spells that, like a bard that only knows one song, keep coming out again and again. Wizards Playbook is a 15-page PDF that takes some of the classic spells and gives them a spicy remix for your Tales of the Valiant or 5th edition game. Fireball is a rune clearer for all occasions. But how about penning another flame fireball into your grimoire? Choose from over 20 new spells and magic items that put an exciting new twist on any arcane spellcaster's spellbook. Turn a standard into a new hit with the Wizards Playbook. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, no, this is so cool. By the way, Castles and Crowns contains about 16 heritages in addition to the Bright Fae lineage, which means the number of races in 5e terms and TOV is now over 600. Whoa, that's incredible. That's so cool. Hey, look at that. Thank you, Hamish, for that for that little drop of knowledge. That's super cool. What is this? I was very excited to see Lineages and Heritages 1 available on Shard already. Time to make more characters. Oh yes, like it's the Lineages and Heritage supplement is so good. We went over it like a couple of weeks ago, and it's just, I want to play a Dryad so bad. It looks so cool. I'm sorry for the Slack ping. I forgot to quiet it. Give me but a moment, and you'll never have to hear it ever again. Because I will silence your Slack notifications as well. You know, if that's something that's bothering you at home, I'll take care of it. All right. The most suited Dryad ever, greened out of their minds. Oh, wait, can I? Come on, will you let me zoom in? It's not gonna let me zoom in? Okay, well, let's see. Can I read this? I could wait, hold on. You can't stop me. I still can't read that very well, actually. Okay, alright, you get away with it this time, Kobold Press. I guess you're just gonna have to either get the PDF yourself or wait until I take a look at it in like a couple of weeks. So yeah, go get that over on Kobold Press. Hey, you can't go wrong with more spells. Every spellcaster needs more spells. It's the one thing we need, right? So I keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, awesome. Next up, we're looking at the one-shot builder blog, looking at the Vineyard from the Castles and Crowns map. I keep pressing the wrong button. Yeah, Hamish, go get it. Let us know how it is. Okay, cool. So this is, you all know, I love the blog. I love the Kobold Press blog. It's got just so much. It's just good. It's just good supplemental material that you get for free. You could just go look at it and get it over on the Kobold Press blog, which I went and put into the chat. So please go enjoy that. Read along with me as we do. So you found a cool map that inspires your next one shot. Awesome. But you don't know where to start filling it up. No problem. This week we are covering the theater. The theater. Hold on. Okay. Whoa. There we go. All right. This week we are covering the theater, a plantation-themed battle map from the campaign builder Castles and Crowns Map Folio. Available now. You could go get this bad boy. Look at that. Whoa, Castles and Crowns Map Folio. This is a little too zoomed in. Castles and Crown Map Folio. Whoa, you could go get this over in the Kobold Press store right now. That's wild. It'd be wild if someone started putting the link in all the chats as well. Whoa, that'd be crazy. Okay. Even if you don't use this exact map, but really, why wouldn't you? You can still apply this article's structure toward designing your own battle map and one-shot adventure. So, what is the Vineyard? As an idyllic retreat or unlikely war zone, the Vineyard is a lush location that could offer the aromas of ripened grapes or sour mash, the opportunity to engage in manor house politics or fend off interlopers. Here are just a few noteworthy terrain features you might notice at first glance. The grape rows. Typically, grape rows reach approximately 4 feet in height, though some can grow up to 6 or 7 feet tall. Keep that in mind when walking through the vineyard, as the grape rows could offer cover, obscurement, and barriers to free movement. See, that's like immediately, like I like taking a look at a map and figuring out, okay, what are neat environmental like structures and like traits that this map has that could change the way that this battle flows, even in ways, and like change tactics, right? Because like, yes, this is the easiest egress into like this place, right? Going down this, can I zoom in more? Yeah, there we go. Going down this road here, right? But knowing that these can be used as like obscurement and like being able to like use as barriers or cover from anyone firing from up below, then maybe, you know, finding a path through here and climbing up here might be the best way to sneak in if that's the way you're going to do it. But also, if you like need to get out, yeah, there's this way, but this way you might have more cover and it'll be harder for people to follow you. So there's just like, there's a lot going on there. Plantation estate. 9 rooms and a stable comprise the ranch-style floor plan of this country manor. Most intriguing, of course, would be the distillery, where vats of grapes ferment while a massive pool of grapes waits to be squashed by foot, giving you some stuff of what's going on inside of the plantation and, like, you know, who could be in those rooms, what could be hidden amongst those things, or, like, what are you most likely to find? And an arcane hideaway. Make note of a secret cave hidden by a wall-adjacent keg that is likely empty. A summoning circle and an altar here hint at the potential from some otherworldly hijinks. We love an altar. We love a secret altar. You get in through there, there's some magic being done, and see, that goes again with, like, if you're trying to run away from a thing. Or maybe it's just like a summoning portal, and, like, that's a way for you to leave, to either leave this place or enter it from some other faraway linked place. Maybe it is just like a secret door, or like a portal going to a very, like, specific wine cultist. I kind of like that. I love wine cultists. That's pretty good. Also feels like a thing a vampire would do. They'd have like a nice little wine plantation and some dark altar from which they feed upon. Hey, do you want to come to my wine resort? We'll do wine tastings. It'll be a good time. Eats you. Good reasons to visit the vineyard. Reasons to visit a vineyard usually start on a more positive note, typically something with a nice floral bouquet that opens itself to the nose and carries hints of a summer dream and a peachy finish. Here are a few hooks to get your players to the vineyard. Local tour. You've gotten an anonymous tip that the local vintners are up to no good, unnatural things in their business practices. Now, under the guise of a winery tour, you hope to ferret out the truth. A vampire vineyard does have a lot of options. Vampire vineyard. See? It's a great place to meet other other single vampires. Nice little, yeah, see. Vacation interrupted. You and yours splurged for an all-expenses-paid vacation in the Vale, free from the rigors of dungeoneering life. But when giants and their minions attack you, you have no choice but to defend the vineyard and your vacation from this untimely interruption. Neighborly visit. You've just bought the manor as your new home base and thought you would stop by with a baked treat and a friendly introduction. However, upon arriving at the vineyard, you see no people. A lazy farm cat and an abnormal number of rabbits around the grounds. Looks like you're going to have to investigate, especially since you have a sudden hankering for carrots and grape juice. Now that last one. The winery turning people into rabbits? Someone was thinking outside the box for that one, and I love it. All right, random encounters in the vineyard. These encounters are designed to challenge and interest a group of 4 PCs in the second tier of play. The second tier typically... Oh, gosh, do I remember what the second tier of play is? Second tier of play is level 8 through... Is it level 7? Level 7 through 12? That feels right? Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. 5 through 8. Is that... Wait. 5 through 8? How many tiers of play? Are there 3 or 4 tiers of play? 5 through... Okay, I see. 5 through 8 and 5. Okay, there are 4 tiers. Okay, I don't know why I thought there was 3 tiers. You know what? That's me still thinking 4th edition, I think. So, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Thank you. So, levels 5 through 8, 5 through 10, somewhere around there. So this is a D6 encounter table. Let's see. I'm not going to read these yet. I'm going to pull out a D6. Where are my dice? Let's see what I would get. We're hanging out at this vineyard. We're just having a good time. Everybody's being really chill about the fact that some of these people got pointy teeth. And then all of a sudden, 1d4 plus 1 kobold alchemists surreptitiously siphoning off casks of wine for their own resale. You hate to see it. And then you gotta help the vampires with the kobold alchemists. They're trying to get the wine. That won't do. You're not Clarissa. I love that. Okay, so what are some of these other ones? 3 swarms of 1d4 plus 2 giant wasps. Use giant honeybee statistics. Assault the vineyard in a drunken, deadly stupor. Oh no, they've been drinking the wine. No. Angry field workers and day laborers revolt against the poor working conditions and bad pay, amassing as a bar brawl. Oh, I love the bar brawl. To hold the head winemaker responsible. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's fun. Ooh, an arachnocrat devil gleefully planting spiders within the grapes fields as little surprises. Hey, what's an arachnocrat? Megan, I see you're in the audience. What's an arachnocrat? Okay, yes, I know it's in Tome of Beast 2. What is it? It's a spider diplomat? Oh, okay, arachno. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Spider devil hiding as a person? That's fun. I like that. Think Octodad. bad, but spiders. Okay, I love that. That's really funny. Got it. Understood. An Etten looking to get absolutely grapple juiced, as they call it. Okay. And then 1d2 shambling mounds disguised as grape rows, menacing field workers. These shambling mounds can lob bunches of grapes like slings and stones that potentially blind targets on impact. A DC 14 dex save to avoid being blinded. That's so good. Ooh, the Vintage secrets. Everybody's got a secret, and winemakers are no exception. The dirty secret gives the PCs all the more reason to investigate the vineyard. Roll a d6 and consult the table below to determine what skeletons are in the vineyard's closets. Ah, I'm not reading. What did I do with that d6? Here it is. I'm missing a d20 somewhere. Where's that ding-dang-don d20? I'll find it somewhere. But right now, we're rolling this d6. 5 again. The Venter has been pretending to haunt their vineyard for months in the hope of building local prestige to increase profits. Oh, we've got a Scooby-Doo villain over here. We've got a Scooby-Doo villain trying to drum up hype around a haunted vineyard. It's so good. Number 1, the winemaker is actually an awakened pig polymorphed into a human, but the field workers think of him as an eccentric genius. Why? The Venter was a wanted criminal who took over the vineyard in an attempt to hide from rivals, but they've grown to love the work, much to the chagrin of some of the old associates, who maybe want to bring them back in for one last job. A pact bond with the Fiend of Excess ensures quality harvest for the vineyard, but requires monthly sacrifices in return. The grapes used for the vineyard's most popular wine are not grapes at all, but rather aberrant cherries grown by mistake. Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. The grape fields all belong to a member of the Fey nobility. They lease out the fields in trade of yearly tribute, but yields have grown slimmer and slimmer as of late. Ooh, new magical beverages. Oh, this is cool. Okay. Are you going to a magic dinner party and need an ideal gift for a wizardly host? Try one of these delightful wines, sure to liven up the mood and loosen lips. Even a barbarian will feel at ease in a social encounter with a glass of these tasty beverages in hand. Well, you can have a 3 gnomes triple set. Potions, uncommon, 225 gold pieces. This sparkling wine is made with a revolutionary gnomish brewing technique that has earned ire and derision from traditionally trained vintners. A luxurious mouthfeel and a heady aroma give way to not 1, not 2, but 3 distinct grape notes that roll over each other onto the tongue and palate. When you take a sip of this wine, roll a d4 to gain a random effect. Where's my d4? 4. Make a DC 11 con save with a bonus equal to the number of sips you have taken so far. If you fail, you immediately belch and gain disadvantage on all charisma checks. Each time you take a sip, this effect lasts for 1 minute or until you take another sip. So you just gotta keep burping. I got the one bad effect, actually. The other ones are advantage on deception, performance, or persuasion checks. And then I got the one that gave me disadvantage. Each bottle of 3 gnomes triple set has enough wine for 1d4 plus 2 cups. A cup lasts a medium creature for 10 sips. Love that. I love that. Oh, that's so good. Oh, and this is something, this goes really good with Castles and Crowns, because you can use this like, oh, you've got this drink, you're at a party for some noble, and you're like, okay, time for me to get on my spy stuff. Take a sip and hope to every god you worship that you don't roll a 4. All right, what else we got? Happy Saints Riesling. This bubbly white wine never seems to go flat, no matter how long it has been decanted. Made from magically infused white grapes that literally fly off the vine if not picked within the ripening window. This dry wine has strong notes of cracked pink pepper and spiced pear to tickle your palate. When you fully consume a glass of wine, you gain the effects of both the levitate and featherfall spells for 1 minute, without the need for concentration. Each bottle of Happy Saints Riesling has enough wine for 1d4 plus 2 cups. A cup is enough for a medium or smaller creature to be affected. I love how all of these can kind of like super utilitarian. Like this could just be like a really like you could use this as like, oh, some rich noble is having a private party and he's getting everyone drunk and floating around the place. Like that's fun, it's magical, it's cool. This is also super cool spy stuff. You can use this. You can sneak this into a party and you're like, oh, I need to get to the third story. Oh, I'm just going out for a drink. You take your drink of Happy Saints Riesling and boom, you're on the third story. This is so good. This is so good. All right. Well, those are the two. Those are the two. Now this just makes me want to make more magic drinks. This is cool. Oh, all right. Well, you all have the link. You can go on over to check out the one-shot builder for Castles and Crowns Map Folio, the Vineyard, over on the Kobold Press blog. So that's that. Before we get into our big event here, I do want to remind everyone that, hey, we are doing the Project Chiron playtesting actively in our Discord. You can hop on over to the Kobold Press Discord. I'll get you that link. Don't worry. I'll get you the link. But you can hop on over to the Kobold Press Discord, and we've already, I believe we've dropped recently the first playtest packet, which has monsters. It's got some player options if you want to know and get a little peek at and also a say into some of the stuff that's coming next for Kobold Press. You wanna be in this Discord because otherwise you're missing out. Like you just won't be here, and that's okay. You don't have to be, but it's pretty good. So I just wanted to say that, before we get on to the big thing. Hop on over into the Discord, join the channel, and hey, we'll get to you'll get some of the playtest stuff. Okay, cool. So let's talk about Castles and Crowns. So the sneak peek that we're doing today, I was taking a look. Last time we took a look at this, we looked through. There were heritages, I believe, like some heritages and like lineage stuff, and like talking about like the different kingdoms, and like different types of kingdoms based on lineage and those cultures, and that's cool. But today we're talking about something new, and that is character threads, which is a new thing added in Castles and Crowns, which will help fleshing out a little bit more of your character and the way in which they are entangled with people, which is great for, a political campaign, which I imagine you're kind of leaning towards a little bit if you're using Castles and Crowns. Missed the beginning. What was said on Labyrinth? Labyrinth, go get notified. I can't really say much more than that other than, if you go get notified, in the first 48 hours, if you pledge within the first 48 hours, there's a very special add-on that that is exclusive to the first 48 hours. So getting notified is good. And also that I learned that the Labyrinth is like underground, which is cool, I think. So that's all I said on the Labyrinth earlier. But right now, character threads. Finally, I'll press the... No! Wait, did I press the wrong thing? Oh, no, it's just really small. Oh, I made it small. That's on me. I'll make it big again. And boom, we're fixed. Okay, so let's talk character threads. Normally, backgrounds reflect a character's training, what they overcome. Hold on, wait, Let me zoom in. You're welcome. Hello? Oh no, what happened to the... Oh no. Oh no, did I zoom in too far? I did zoom in too far. Okay. Can I zoom in? Come on. Come on. Please. Please. Okay. That's... Oh. Wait, is there a problem with my PDF potentially? Hold on, yes. I might just need to reopen this PDF. Give me 1 second. We'll take a look at the player's guide while I reopen this PDF. I was looking at bards, because I like bards. I think bards are cool. And if you don't think bards are cool, then I don't think we can be friends. And I prefer to be your friend, I suppose. If I had to choose. Okay. Let's go. Oh, hold on. Oh, is it opening it? Yeah, there we go. I think. Yeah, is that right? Okay, cool. Yeah, there we go. All right. So back down to what we were looking at before. I was looking in Noble Heroes. I was looking in character threads. Dee-da-dee-dee-do. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Dee-da-dee-dee-do. Okay. Cool. All right. So, looking at character threads. Normally, backgrounds... Hold on, wait. Sorry. I'm just making sure that everything is... Nope. Everything is not great. I want to make sure that everything still fits into the OBS so you can read the thing that I'm reading as I'm reading it. Dope. Okay, cool. Character threads. Normally, backgrounds reflect a character's training, what came before they ever began adventuring, and they provide various related bonuses such as proficiencies and equipment. For many characters, though, a background remains an element relegated to their past. It may occasionally impact a campaign, but it mostly serves the important functions of role-playing fodder and thematic color. A character might occasionally use something from their background as an adventurer, but it doesn't build from there, doesn't evolve. On the other hand, what if a defining element similar to a background could continue to develop and even change over the course of a character's adventuring career? Okay, I like that. I lost where I was. Okay, character threads are the occupations, positions, and situation a character might deal with while they continue to go on quests and battle foes. Though similar to backgrounds, these character threads are less about what a character did before becoming an adventurer and more about what the character does in their downtime while adventuring. It could be tied to their background, but it doesn't have to be. Perhaps the character is an important ambassador to a neighboring country, or elevated to the position of minister in a royal court. Or perhaps a character with a noble background learns their family has been cheated out of their fortune and is now impoverished. Threads are aspects added to characters at any time during their career that have specific short-term or long-term goals and that reward the characters with new features and abilities as they achieve milestones towards that goal. Once the endpoint of a thread is achieved, new threads can be applied as they occur during the campaign. The example threads presented here can be applied directly to characters or simply used as inspirations to create new ones specific to a campaign. Wild. Absolutely wild. Stream paused. Oh. Sorry, yes, it was because I was looking at a different thing. Hold on, I'm just going to move this over here, and then that way the stream shouldn't pause. There we go. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, Discord. Wild. That's... okay. That's such a cool thing. Like, that's just such an interesting aspect to add onto characters to, like, continue to build on them, like, in a way that's, like, narratively and mechanically relevant. And I think is a thing like I would just like to see in games in general, regardless if it's like a political campaign. Like I would love this kind of mechanic in like basically every game I played, I think. Because I think it just adds more to like the player buy-in into the world. They want to engage in the world. They want their character to engage in the world, and they want to have an effect on the world. And this is a way for the player and the world to be able to affect each other. And I think that's cool. Okay. All character threads establish a specific goal as well as thematic milestones that the character must reach in order to achieve that goal. And each new milestone unlocks a new benefit or feature. When the specific goal is ultimately accomplished, the character can change their thread to a new one. A character can only have one thread at a time. When adopting a thread, a certain amount of personalization is required to fit the milestones to the goal at hand and to the overall direction of the campaign. Players should work with their GMs to adjust the goal and milestones for their thread as described below, or I guess to the side. Okay, so here are the aspects. Goal. All threads begin with a goal determined by the player. This might be an element chosen from the list of adventuring motivations from the character's background, or it might be created by the player. The goal helps to guide the creation of the thread's milestones and should thematically fit with the character and the nature of the campaign. More importantly, the goal should be a specific, achievable objective, something the character hopes to accomplish in the future. The more specific this goal, the better, for this will ease the creation of its milestones. Milestones. With the goal in hand, the milestones must be decided. These are events of personal achievement or significance. They act as obstacles or thresholds on the path to reach the thread's goal. A thread isn't restricted in its number of milestones, but 4 is recommended. On achieving each milestone, a benefit is unlocked, depending on its ranking: least, lesser, greater, superior. While the goal or motivation of this thread is specific, milestones are not. This allows the GM some flexibility in applying them to individual campaigns. In each thread description includes a few example milestones, but there are no strict rules about what a milestone might be or when it can occur. Milestones can even change as the path toward the character's goal shifts. The player and GM might even retroactively determine that an unexpected event counts as a milestone to the thread's goal. Ultimately, this should be worked out with the GM, agreeing on applicable milestones and determining how and when they are achieved. Spacing milestones. Oops, went too far down. When creating or adding a thread to a character, decide with the GM how long, in theory, it should take to reach the goal. This might depend on scope or length of the campaign and on the nature of the thread. An impoverished noble thread, for example, might be quite short, ending when a certain wealth threshold is reached. Conversely, illegitimate scion thread might only end when the character is adopted into a new family, an event which could take 20 levels. Once the length of the thread is determined, add in the milestone, spacing them out evenly in terms of levels. Milestone benefits. The 4 ranks of milestones, least, lesser, greater, superior, have recommended level ranges that serve as guides for determining the types of benefits the character receives. Threads can have multiple milestones of the same rank. A few sample levels are listed in the milestone recommended levels table. Whew. Okay, cool. All right, so here's some potential benefits, right? So for least, which will be classes level 1 through 4. Oh, okay. I think these are the what's it called? We were just talking about them. Tiers of play. 1 through 4, 5 through 10, 11 through 16, and 17 through 20. So at least, types of benefits: tool, skill, or language proficiency, useful contact or deal with a merchant, common magic item, or minor magic ability or charm that is usable once. Lesser, expertise in a skill, gifted a house or owed a favor, uncommon magic item, or a spell of second level or lower, usable once per long rest. Greater, talent, gifted a castle, knighthood, a noble title or rare magic item, or spell of 5th level or lower. Or superior, boon, married into royal family or appointed important court position, very rare magic item, or spell of 8th level or lower. Whew. Characters should generally only earn 1 benefit for each milestone unlocked, but GMs can always choose to reward additional benefits. Sample milestone progression. Variety Higglesworth. I like this name, actually. Variety Higglesworth, a court folk heritage small folk, begins her career with the courtier background and royal champion thread. Variety's player chooses a goal. I must defeat the Grey Knight who slew my monarch. Working with the GM, the player determines that this thread should only go to 10th level, or thereabouts, because after that, the campaign might shift away from the area where the Grey Knight operates. They create 4 milestones that can lead Variety to the final confrontation with her foe, plus benefits for each of those milestones. Uncover the identity of the Grey Knight. Least, gain proficiency in the investigation skill. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Defeat an important minion of the Grey Knight. Least, an unlockable charm usable once per day. What are these charms? Oh, an unlocking charm? Oh, are charms just like little magic things? Wait, is this a thing in this? Hold on. What's a charm? What are these charms? You talk about them here? I don't know if they talk about them here. But unlocking charm, that makes sense to me. You just ding, unlocked. Find the magic needed to bypass the knight's armor. Gain a +1 weapon made from a special material, because that's it. And then defeat the Grey Knight. Gain a favor from the new monarch. So good. This progression assumes a 10-level arc, but threads can be as long or short as the GM wishes. Shorter range goals merely require fewer milestones. So here are 9 character threads. This section describes 9 sample threads from which to choose. Though these threads presume a long arc of milestones reaching from 1st level all the way to the 20th level, they can be adjusted for shorter arcs by reducing the number of milestones or reducing their spacing. If a more personalized approach is preferred, simply use the structure of the provided threads as inspiration for creating new threads. Makes sense? Adding or abandoning threads. Threads give characters another way to show how they change and grow over the course of a campaign. When a thread is completed or even abandoned, characters can adopt a new thread to reflect the altering events of the story. Having proven themselves to their estranged parent, for example, a character with the illegitimate scion thread now looks to rebuild the family fortune. The illegitimate scion thread might shift then to that of the impoverished noble thread. The player and GM should agree when circumstances are correct for a new thread, but the GM has final say. When adding new threads, the character retains all milestone benefits of previous threads when abandoning. So that's when adding new threads. When abandoning a thread, that is, relinquishing it before achieving its stated goal, the character loses all of the thread's milestone benefits already gained. Those features were temporary benefits that didn't become permanent because the character's focus changed, leaving the source of those features unresolved. Oh, that's cool. So I guess when you complete one, you would just keep all of it. That's interesting. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got some. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this first one. I think that's all the time we'll have time. All we'll have time for this time. But ambassador. Bearing the faith and trust of their monarch or patron, the ambassador travels to distant kingdoms to negotiate treaties, secure important mercantile contracts, and advance the interests of their lands. These envoys often, but not always, hold a high rank in their government and bear documents proving their status. If assigned to an embassy in a foreign land, the ambassador usually ranks higher than that of other diplomats on station, or else stands outside the hierarchy of that posting. With your monarch's approval, you have been named as an ambassador. This is a sign of utmost trust and an honor, carrying with it the greatest of weights. Perhaps this is a permanent assignment to an embassy and amounts to little more than exile. Or perhaps it is a short-term posting of critical importance. No matter how you find yourself in this position, you have the duty and responsibility as an elite agent of your land. Goals. Work with your GM to create a goal specific to your campaign or use one of the ambassador's goals tables. The specific nature of each milestone is dependent on the goal selected and should be agreed upon by both player and GM. Use one of the suggested milestone benefits described in this section or create a new one based on the rules for creating a thread. Ambassador's goals. So on a D6 table, 1. Exile to a foreign land for a crime I didn't commit. I will prove my innocence. Ooh, interesting. I must get the various sides to agree on a critical treaty. I must stop an evil cult from turning our allies against us. I will bring the enlightenment of my land to these foreign shores. Oh no. The individuals manipulating events from behind the scenes must be revealed and stopped. Or, using my position as cover, I will find a hidden ancient relic and return it to my monarch. Interesting. Okay, cool. So least milestone feature. When you achieve the first milestones of this thread, you gain the following benefit. Silver tongue. When you fail a deception, intimidation, or persuasion check, you can re-roll the check and take the higher result. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. Makes sense. Oh, so these are just a list of features. Just a list of features. And then you can choose to... Okay. I'm understanding. Okay, cool. Awesome. Lesser milestone feature. When you achieve this milestone, you gain the following benefit. Diplomatic immunity. If you're accosted or arrested for a crime, you can make a DC 15 charisma, deception, or persuasion check to call upon your envoy status to attempt to avoid punishment. The DC for this check is adjusted based on the severity of the crime, relations with your land, and your reputation as an ambassador. The GM has final determination of success or failure of this check. Once you use this feature, you must wait 1d6 days before you can use it again. Oh, okay, cool. And then it has the modifiers here to help make that such an easy change. So you can just go ahead and okay, you're going to roll this. Hey, what's the severity of the crime? Is it disturbing the peace or public drunkenness? Is it assault, brawling, or a theft under 100 gold pieces? Murder or a theft over 100 gold pieces? Or using destructive magic? That's going to change the DC. Our relations. Are we enemies? That's going to be +2. If we're neutral, that's 0, -2, allies. An ambassador's reputation. Are you loathed? Are you neutral or unknown? Or are you respected? I love that. Love that. Okay. Greater milestone feature. When you achieve this level milestone, you gain the following benefit. Incite reaction. You can convince a creature to make a hasty decision and act against its better judgment. As an action, choose one creature within 60 feet that can hear you. They must succeed on an intelligence save equal to 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier, or be affected by your choice of one of the following effects. Flinch. Target uses its reaction to leave an opening in its defenses. The next attack on the target has advantage. Hesitate. The target uses its reaction to pause and rethink its strategy. It has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. Or swerve. The target uses its reaction to move a distance you select in the direction of your choice. Oh, that's so interesting. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. And then finally, the superior milestone feature. When you achieve this level of milestone, you gain the following benefit. Requisition. While within your assigned land, you can make use of the forces and supplies sent by your monarch. At the end of every 30 days of your character's appointment, you can choose one of the following. Borrow a rare or very rare magic item. GM's description. Gain the service of 1d4 knights or veterans. Withdraw funds equaling to 3,000 gold pieces times your proficiency bonus. At the end of the following month, you're required to release the knights or veterans and return the magic item. You aren't expected to refund the gold. Once you use this feature, you must wait 30 days before you can do it again. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. I need to run a political game now using Tales of the Valiant. It's just gotta happen. It's just gotta happen, I think. It's just gotta happen. It's just gotta happen. Well, everybody, that's just a wee bit of Castles and Crowns, a book that you could go get over on the Kobold Press store right now. I'm going to drop this link in the chats, as I always do, dropping links in the chat. Look at that. There's the chat with the link in it. There. Huh. Did you flash the maps today? Did we see the GM guide maps yet? I thought I saw an alert saying those will be fulfilling soon. I did not flash any maps today, Warren. We took a look a little bit at the Castles and Crowns Vineyard map from that map folio because there was a what's it called? A blog that we took a look at. But no, I have not. I personally do not have any information about the GM guide map folio as of yet, but I do believe that they are fulfilling soon. I believe you're correct on that. But yeah, that is that. So, whew. Sorry, just still thinking about character threads. It's just really good. Come on here. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here for another Kobold Chats. I've been Kendrick, or Kendo, whichever you prefer. And I will be seeing you same time, same channel next week, talking more Kobold Press stuff. That's all I got for you. So don't forget to go out, eat enough food, drink enough water, get enough sleep, and take care of yourself, because self-care is very important. And, don't forget to love yourself and everyone around you. We'll see you next week. Peace out.